All right, John, so obviously the question that everybody's asking this week, are you sleeping on the floor this week, or did you treat yourself and get in the bed?
No, just sleeping on the floor is not gonna ever sleep on that bed. It's just sitting there all pristine, nicely made.
At least the attendants, the maids, they love you every day, right? They don't have to come in and clean everything.
They come in, they love me. But I've been made like I'm kind of a slob. I have like all my stuff piled in the corner, so I don't know. Maybe they hate me.
So that's really a way of life for you. It's not just like a fight week routine or something like that. Like you just don't ever sleep on a bed, period?
No, like in the summer, I'll have a hammock actually strung between my front door and my back door, just because it's convenient, because it takes less space and you can take it down. And
right.
So I'll sleep in that. But then in the winter, it's kind of cold hanging up there in the air, so I'll just go back to the floor. Or if I'm ever sleeping somewhere besides my van, it's always the floor.
That's crazy. You may be onto something, man.
I know. I think there's something to it.
Are you selling it to your friends and your training partners? Are they buying in?
What does everyone say when they have a backache? They're like, I'm going to sleep on a hard bed.
Right.
And it helps. So why not just sleep on a hard bed to start with, strengthen those muscles, and boom, you're gold.
I dig it, man. Well, what have you been up to since July, man? Obviously, that was a hard fight for you, man, a big moment for you in your life. What's been the focus since then?
Yeah, I've just been training and just training since then and fighting.
Any specific focuses? I mean, did you change anything up? I always wonder because, when you make it to the UFC, when you're definitely in, I feel like that's a little bit different level than maybe, hey, am I there or not? I mean, did you make any changes? Did you tweak anything, or did you just kind of stick with what got you to the show?
Yeah. We're actually working with. Are you familiar with Boston Dynamics? They're have you look it up on YouTube? Look up. It's called Big Dog. They're robot,
That's
right?
the ones that make the robot.
It looks like it's alive, right? It gets on the ice, you kick it, and it catches itself. Anyway, they're building me a grappling dummy, so I've just been training with that, and you can program different fighter styles into it, and it simulates it, and it constantly gets better as you get better. So it kicks my butt every day, but it's just like a little bit better than me. So it just picks me up and just slams me.
That's a remarkable piece of technology.
Yeah. I know, it's incredible. So working with this, it's really stepped my game up. Being able to it just constantly just an inch better than you.
To be clear, this does not exist.
I'm a machine, so they're like, hey, come to the machine. We'll build a machine to fight the machine.
I need to see footage of this. This does not exist.
Oh, I never lie. It's completely true.
Well, let me ask you, is there a different feel? You had a rough go on The Ultimate Fighter, right? But then you get the win and you're in, man. Is there a different feel about, I guess, what's at stake or who you are as a fighter? Does it feel different coming into this week knowing, I'm not trying to prove myself. I am a UFC fighter.
No, I'm still trying to prove myself, but the bottom line is when you go out there and fight, you have to... Worrying about stuff isn't going to improve your performance, so you just have to go out there and try to flow and don't worry about what's going to happen, because there's nothing you can do, and worrying about it's just going to adversely affect your performance.
Fair enough. Did that win help change anything with you internally, though? I know fighters, as a rule, are pretty self-confident people. If you're gonna crawl in a cage, you got to believe in yourself, right? But is there some kind of yes, I knew I was capable of that?
No, not really. No, I'm super confident. I look at my little brother. He's super cocky. Everyone hates him, but that used to be me. But then I just act humble. When people ask me, I realize, hey, everyone hates you if you're super cocky. So people think that I'm humble, but inside I'm that little kid that's super, super confident.
It's funny though, right? Fighters get hate for being cocky. But if you're gonna crawl in a cage with another person that's well trained to hurt you, you need to have pretty high self-confidence, right?
Yeah, you kind of have to believe, hey, I'm gonna win. So, or I guess you don't have to believe you're gonna win. You just have to like fighting and be like, hey, this will be fun. If I lose, at least we had fun.
I looked at your social media, man. It's full of inspirational quotes and kind of, I don't know, motivating type things. Whatever. Just curious, kind of where you get that from, and I don't know if it helps you.
Oh yeah, I'm just always reading and stuff, and you always stumble upon. I got this new app or whatever. It's a LibreVox or whatever. It's it's all these like old books that the copyrights have expired. So now like I used to just go to the library and get books, but now I'm like, oh man, there's all kinds of cool books. So I'm reading all these old books all the time. So if I read the guy's book and then I see like a cool quote, I'll like put it out there. It's super interesting.
I like it, man. I thought there were a lot of good ones there. When you put it out there, is that like, are you trying to like maybe help other people too, or is it just like you're sharing with the world, like, hey man, I'm feeling this right now? Like, what's the point of sharing it?
No, my manager just like is always on me to like post something. Otherwise, I just do nothing. But I was coercion.
So there's not as much depth to it as I thought there might be.
No.
Well, you said you read a lot. I mean, do you read for self-improvement, for education, just for entertainment? What do you read for?
I'm just curious. I'm always trying to learn stuff. I want to do like 100 different things, but I got to focus on one thing to be good at it, you know?
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. We only have so much time, so we got to like pick what we want to do. Or just be terrible at everything, which would be kind of fun too, but I don't know.
You're good at shaving alpacas, right? Is that still a part of your life at all?
I'm still shaving alpacas. This guy I'm fighting, he's a world champion jiu-jitsu. I'm a world champion alpaca shaver. We're putting on a super fight, main event. It's going to be crazy.
2 world champions going at it.
Yeah.
I love it. So are you still doing that, though, to like make some extra money on the side? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I love it. I like everything I do. I want to do like 100 different things. But unfortunately, like I got to pick and choose. So, but it'd be nice if I could keep doing it and fight as well, but
we'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
Talk about your opponent. You mentioned, Davi Ramos. So when the matchup got announced, I was a little surprised. It just wasn't one I was expecting. How did this come together? Was it one that you asked for? Did they just come to you and say, this is the guy? How did it come together?
They just came to me and said, hey, you want to fight this guy? I'm like, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Did you know him at all when they gave you the name? Did you know who they were talking about, or did you have to do some research?
Honestly, like I'm not real familiar with jiu-jitsu and whatever, but like all my jiu-jitsu friends were like, "Oh, he's going to kill you." So yeah. Apparently, like he's well known.
He's a pretty good jiu-jitsu player.
So it's super exciting. Like the tougher guys you get to fight, the better. You know, like really get to challenge yourself and really see where you stack up. You know.
What do you do when it's a specialist like that? I mean, because that's what he's really great at one thing. So when you're getting ready for a guy like that, do you try to drill that one thing to catch up, or do you say, I'm not going to make up the deficiency there. I got to work on what I'm good at?
Yeah, we just were like, hey, we don't have a chance here. So what I did is I went and got surgery, and I got PECs, like plastic piping, put over my carotid arteries. And he's gonna try armbar me. I'm just not gonna tap. He's gonna try to break my arms, break my legs off. I'm just gonna laugh. And then he's gonna try to choke me. And it's not gonna work because those carotid arteries are covered up. And then he's going to be like, I can't believe this guy's not choking out. He's not passing out. I saw him pass out in 13 seconds on The Ultimate Fighter. And then, boom, once his arms are smoked, it's over. It's all my fight.
You're at the cutting edge of technology, man. I mean, biohacking, surgical implants. You got robots you're working with.
Yeah, we got to. If you don't have the skills, if you don't have the talent, if you don't have the personality, you got to cheat the system, you know? But whatever it takes to win, yeah.
I like it. I like the dedication.
What was it? Who said, win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat? Some wrestler dude. I don't remember who he was.
That's the effort right there.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, talk to me about the goals, man. I mean, it's interesting, right? I mean, you went 0-2 on The Ultimate Fighter, but you win this, you're 2-0 in the UFC where it really matters. I mean, give me an idea. What is the goal right now? You said you're still trying to prove yourself a little bit, but I mean, are you feeling, I'm a contender, what is the goal? What are the goals for your fighting right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's 25 years that the UFC's been going. My goal is to fight another 25 years. That would be incredible. I just love fighting, and hopefully just stay in here as long as I can. Once they kick me out, figure another way to fight some people, and that's the goal. Just keep fighting.
I love it. What are we going to see on Saturday night? We got the biohacked technological master against the jiu-jitsu world champion.
You're going to just see some crazy strategy that you've never seen before. It's going to be different. I don't know if it's going to be entertaining, but it's going to be different.